Hi GolfPass, I'm Eric Cogorno, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you one of my favorite feels to start the downswing. So many players come in to see me and say, Eric, what am I supposed to feel when I start my downswing? And very specifically, there are two pieces that I want you to do with your lower body that are very easy to do, that are designed to make your swing a lot easier, to hit the ball much more consistently solid, get that flush contact that we're all looking for. If we look at great swings as a model, you start to think and visualize, what do they look like when they start their downswing? Well, with the lower body, they all do these two cues I'm gonna give you here. And the first part of this, when you start down, let's say we take a normal setup position. I've got an 8-iron in here. This does apply to all clubs. But let's say we get into a good normal setup position, and I'm gonna get into a neutral top of backswing. Now, when I take my setup position, I'll say the weight in my feet's about 50-50. Let's keep it simple, kind of equal on both sides. When I make a backswing to the top, I'm trying to stay relatively in that ballpark, 50-50-ish. But am I trying to stay 50-50 when I start my downswing? Most definitely not. If I stay 50-50 or even worse, weight back on my trail side, I'm gonna have a lot of low point issues, contact issues, inconsistent, weight back. Now, if that's true, what that means is we wanna be able to go forward, and forward quite a bit right away when I start down. So I'm 50-50 at setup. Let's just say I'm 50-50 at the top. Now immediately in the first foot when I start down, I wanna feel like I'm floating my pressure forward. Now notice when I do this, my entire body, not just my lower body, but my entire body has a little bit of float at the beginning part of the downswing. If there was like a weight scale underneath your foot, you imagine that would spike a little bit, right? I'd go from 50% to like 60-70, 50 to 60-70. I'm gonna hit with that first, you can see what that looks like, and then I'll give you the second version here. So normal top of backswing, feel like you let yourself float down and forward and get into about 70% early in the downswing. This is designed to help move that low point of the club forward so you can hit the ball first, ground second, and compress the ball nicely. So piece number one, let's get your weight just falling forward into your lead foot when you start down. And that should come out something like that. Nice solid strike, high, probably a 5-yard draw. Now, is that as simple as that though? Can I just shift my weight forward and that's all she wrote? Well, sometimes, right, for some people, but to make sure you get it correct, I want you to add in this little second layer here. So I'm gonna shift my weight forward, right? You can see the divot pattern on the ground relative to the golf ball, all after the ball, right? Solid contact. So I'm gonna shift my pressure, I'm gonna fall forward, but I'm not gonna fall forward and make a swing where my hips and belt buckle just point at the golf ball. That's kind of goofy, right? You would never see a good player go through the ball and look something like this, right? What you would see them finish is you would see their belt buckle and hips where? Would they finish at the ball or would they finish more at the target? All of us together, they would finish at the target, right? It's the second version. So we fall forward and then we push our hips up and forward. We fall forward and then we push our hips up and forward. Here's what it looks like. Falling into the lead side early. Now from here, belt buckle is gonna push up and towards the target. Now it is up and forward, but let's keep it simple and just think belt buckle to the target. Fall forward, belt buckle to the target. Fall forward, belt buckle to the target. That gives us the best of both worlds of hitting the ball very solid, but getting the belt buckle rotated in turns also gonna help shallow out the club, hit it higher, more draw bias, all the things we want. So we're gonna fall to the left. Let's give this one more go here. We're gonna fall left, and we're gonna push our hips up and forward, two-part downswing. And there's another nice high little draw. And that's what we all want when we go play, right? That feels very simple for me to do, easy. I can take it out into the golf course. You want that consistency. You want to put these two pieces in. They're designed to be simple on purpose. Try this out when you go out to the range. If you're a GolfPass member, we know you're enjoying all of the free benefits. Hopefully this video will help you. If you have any questions at all, just leave us a comment down below. We want to make sure that you play your best golf out on the golf course.